Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video, and as you can see I've got a 4x8 page protector here, and I thought that I had already included all of the special inserts and memorabilia that I wanted for this album, but I was wrong. I'm working on New York City from September, and we actually went outside of New York City on this trip, and I have a map here that has Westchester County on it, just so you can kind of see here. I've already cut it down, and it shows where we were. So this is Hastings on Hudson. That's where we stayed the night. We passed through Dobbs Ferry. We went to Irvington on the second day. The first day we were in Sleepy Hollow and Tarrytown. So all of those are on here, and I want to highlight them. And you can see like they have the train station names there too. So what I would like to do is just use some either enamel dots or puffy dots or something like that, and bring out those areas a little bit more. And I do also have micro size, let me show you here, like micro size rhinestones that I could use if I find that the other things are too big, because enamel dots only get so small. The smallest might be the same size as this. It's hard for me to tell without having them next to each other, but I have these as an option as well. But that's what I'm thinking of doing with this side. So in theory, that should be pretty easy. I should be able to just stick those on, highlight it, and I'm good to go. But then as you can see, this is empty. I have nothing for the other side. So I have to have a 4x8 card, which I have plenty of those printed. However, I am down to one that is autumn themed, and I can tell you right now, it doesn't go. It's way too busy. The colors don't go with what's going to be next to it, so I don't want to do that. So that means I have to go into just my normal travel 4x8s, and I do have those. So I'm going to get those out next and see what I have that might work for the other side. So I've pulled out all of my 4x8s here, and I do know from looking at the pages next to this that there's a lot of blue in there. So I think I want to just kind of skip to the blues here and see what I have. Oh, that's kind of fun. How would I fill it? Well, I could journal a little bit, because actually this was right at the start of our day. So I could say like, here's our itinerary for the day. So I could maybe do that. I have a digital template that's like this as well, that has lots of tags like this, and I find it difficult to use. So if I could maybe use up this one, that would be awesome. Obviously taking the disguise doesn't work. No, is this 2 or 1? That looks like 2. Oh, I just have 2 of them. One I mounted on white and one I didn't. Okay, no, I don't want a plain. That's too dark. Okay, that's it for my blue ones. Okay, now obviously I could also do black and white because that matches with everything. So let's see what I've got. You are here. Today's weather currently feeling maybe. I mean, I could just do that, but I almost feel like it's a cheat. And then I'd want to color something in too, so maybe not that one. That does give me some journaling room, but I don't know that I like that it says real life right now, because kind of not. Like it was travel life. Go somewhere you've never been, maybe. Ooh, sightseeing. Not really enough in there that I'd want to do. I don't know about this one because I'm more than one place. Is that it? Oh, kind of. Okay, then you know what? I think it's going to be this one, and that's okay, because it's blue. There's blue in it, so it matches the other one, and it kind of goes with this, that I have the same blue here. They are back to back, so it's not like they're going to sit next to each other, but I kind of like that they're a similar color scheme there, so we're just going to go with this one. All right, so I have some sets here that I pulled out that have dots in them. These are a little bit bigger than what I was thinking, but I might be able to make them work. But I just picked some that had a bunch of different colors represented, because I think I want to mix and match. And then I think what I want to do is I want to do all the train stations where we stopped. But then we did also see Sunnyside, we saw Lyndhurst, we saw Phillips Manor. So I want to call those out as well. So let me look at what I've got here. Clearly I could go some of the greens. There is some bright pink here. I have a brighter pink, kind of. That's not too far off, so maybe that one. I definitely have blues and greens, so I think maybe this is enough, and I won't need any enamel dots. So far, I've done only 2 spots here. I did Hastings on Hudson, so we stayed overnight, kind of where we started, and then I did Irvington. And these puffy dots are so large, it covers the little train icon. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it covers that and the dot where it stops. So I'm just choosing to cover both because you'll still be able to see the name next to it. So, or at least that's the hope. So that's what I'm doing. So I've used blue and green already. So now I'm gonna try to maybe switch to some other colors here and just see what I can do. All right, I have all of the dots on here. Hastings on Hudson, Irvington, Sunnyside, Lyndhurst, Phillipsburg Manor. That's actually the name of the place and the name of the stop. So that worked out well. And then Irvington was a little bit different because we used that train stop, but then we were actually up here. So those aren't the same. These are the only 2 that actually have the same name. But I like the distribution of color. I went with a teal here, and then these are all kind of similar, and the blue for the starting point, which I like. So I think that one is done. I can put that in the page protector, which, where is it? Here it is. It'll cooperate. It's a little bit thin because it's map paper. It's not cardstock or anything. There we go. All right. I love how colorful it is when I look at it. That's what I wanted, something a little eye-catching. And then this will be on the back side. So now this is the bigger challenge. I have to figure out what the heck am I doing here. The first thing I decided to do was write out the different cities or towns where we were. So I have those there. And then since I had these still sitting out, I'm going to take a green one here. And I'm going to put it here since I actually wrote something in there. Am I going to use these dots on every single one of these? Probably not. That would be a lot. But I like it there since I had some writing. And then I think what I'm going to do with the rest of these is just pick out like some random fall themed things to fill these spaces. I've pulled out this sticker book I have because the color scheme matches pretty well with what's happening here. So I think I'm just going to use stickers from in here that fit in these spaces. So here's the first one I think I'm going to use, this. And I actually am liking this because I tend to have a harder time using bigger embellishments because with pocket pages, unless you're doing like a big 4x6 or a full 6x8, sometimes the stickers and the ephemera are just oversized. And so then they don't get used because I don't know how to incorporate them. This way, they should fit nicely in most of these, and I can actually use up some of these bigger items that maybe I wouldn't normally. So let's see, can I fit this in here? I can if I go over, yeah, if I want to keep this, then I have to cover that up, which is fine. I don't know that this fits for this view, so I think I'm going to do this under Totally Epic. Not that I really care what those say, but there. So I have my first one done. Now I can find some more stickers. So I think I have found the other 2 I want to use. I think I want this one because otherwise I'm not sure how I would use that. It did not rain. It was beautiful, but again, it's larger. It'll help me take up space. So I'm going to do that one, and then I think this one because I don't go apple picking really anymore now that my kids are grown. When else am I going to use that? So just to have it as filler here is kind of a nice option to have. I decided to do the bag with apples there just because of the way I want the color broken up. This is quite a lot of one color with all that green. And so I felt like maybe having some distance between this, which is a lot of red, to that would be good. So I can kind of go like that. I just realized maybe I'm gonna need a smaller one there. Yeah, I might. I don't like how blank that is, but we'll do this one first. So this, and then I can cover up that. If I put it in an angle, will that work? Oh yeah, that covers that up. Okay. I don't care that it's not straight up and down. These are, so that's fine. So I need something for there, so maybe a little bit smaller than these three. I've decided to go with the boots and the scarf. Now, we definitely didn't need that in September. It was quite warm when we were there, but it gives the feeling of fall, and that's fine. And let's see here. So that one, I actually will have this showing unless I move it over. Ooh, do I have something like one of these little leaves that I could put in there? A little mushroom there. Do I have another leaf? There's a single leaf. You know what? I'm gonna double it up. I'm gonna put this one over that. Then, oh, I kind of like this too, with the little heart, but I'm not sure that quite goes. Oh, I like this little mushroom though. I'm gonna use that. We actually did try to walk in the woods. After we were, where were we? We were at Lyndhurst. There was supposedly a path that went from somewhere on the property, like behind where the visitor center part is in the house, or the welcome building, to our next stop. We tried to find it and everything was blocked off. So we gave up on that. But we did try to walk in the woods. So maybe we would have seen this had that worked out. But I'm just gonna go like that maybe. Yeah, that's kind of cute. There. Do I feel like I need any more dots? I kind of like that that's the only one. No, you know what? I think I'm going to leave it the way it is, and that's enough. Now, where did I put? Here it is, the map. So let's put this in the page protector. And see if I feel like it's enough once it's in there. I do. You know what? This is so busy. I think it would actually be worse if I added more of those puffy dots, so I'm going to leave it as is. So here's another one done for New York. Thanks for watching.